Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be robbing some axles out of this 2000 Dodge. We're in the backyard, or the parts finder. I need the axles for a 96 second gen that I want to put together this summer. This truck's a 2000 that was with an automatic. I got it really cheap from a coworker. A buddy of his or something ran the engine, or it was stolen, and they punctured the oil filter and ran it without oil. And this is pretty much how I got it, all stripped down, so there was no chance of salvaging really anything anyways, because it was in the weather. The truck's also a 53 block, so it doesn't really not really a good candidate for anything anyways. There is some salvageable parts on it, like the gear casing, and there's the ECM, and I was hoping that the air to air would be good to use, but it's got a rupture in the bottom corner there. Other than that, there's some other little salvageable items on the truck, but for the most part I just bought it for the axles. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys once I get some more progress made on this assembly. Alrighty, so we got the rear axle out of the truck. I ended up just cutting the emergency brake cables because, as you can see, they're all need replaced anyways, so there's no point in dinking around. The speed sensor here, I don't think I use it anyways, but if I do, I'll just rewire it. It looks like it needs a new sensor anyways. The shackles, I got one free, the bolt out of it, but the other one I just ended up cutting it because I tried banging on it with a sledgehammer and she would not come free, so ended up just cutting it, and I'll just get new shackles anyways. It probably wouldn't hurt anyways because the bushings look a little weathered. But they should come free. I had the bolt spinning in the springs. The springs, they should be okay. It doesn't have a set of overloads, but that doesn't really matter because I plan on running airbags anyways. So the dogs are fighting. And yeah, it looks like it needs a front pinion seal. There's not a lot of slop to it. It just looks like it just was weeping, so that's not a big deal. And what else? She might have to get cleaned out too, because it looks like they removed the axle breather, so for whatever reason. So we'll have to take a look at that. I plan on pulling it all apart and rebuilding it, resealing it. So I'll just make sure the housing's clean. It should be okay, because I think so. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're at now. So we're gonna start on to getting the front axle out of the truck and go from there. So we got the front axle out of the truck. Just cut the shock bolts on the top there because it's going to get new shocks. The links here, I'm going to replace those as well. They're not terrible, but it's going. I'm going to replace all the steering links. It needs new wheel bearings and brakes, and pretty much just going to redo the front end. New ball joints. Gonna get rid of the vacuum 4x4 selector and go to the cable setup, or just weld it. I'm not sure yet. Probably just go to the cable setup. The diff wasn't leaking, so I might put a new pinion seal in it, just because it hasn't turned for a while. And yeah, so she's out, needs a wash, and then I gotta get a parts list going and get some stuff ordered up to get ready to swap it into underneath another truck. I was also looking at the springs a little closer now that I have them out, and they're cracked. There's a broken spring. Right, where is it? Right there. So that one, she's cracked. So I probably will either just build spring packs out of the 2 trucks, because the other one still has a rear axle underneath it, or I might just get a new set built. But so yeah, I guess so I just gotta start stripping them down, cleaning them, and getting them ready to be slightly overhauled, and then they'll be ready to go underneath the other truck. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.